Hello mates, so I got the first tracks. A different kind of tracking today, but first, crisp winter. Usually when I go tracking in the backyard, I look for wild boar and otters and stuff like that, moose perhaps even. But yesterday evening we had 3 policemen coming, yeah, they were here visiting. I don't know what they were doing, but they went here this way, and which I'm heading right now, and they were gone for a long time. So, but now I found the tracks. Let's see if we can switch the camera. And here you can see. I'm guessing that they were heading that way, because on the map there's a trail, but in reality there's not a trail. So I think they mistook this for the trail. And let's see what they've been up to. I'm guessing that I don't think that they went up to the cabin to look for burglary or stuff like that. I'm guessing that they were trying to get to the road that is behind this forest, because there's a lot of cabins with old people in there. Let's see what they've been up to. Tracking for cops. The cabin looks okay, so I'm guessing that they're not looking for burglary or anything, but what can we say about the tracks? Yes, the obvious. We got 2 persons. I didn't find any tracks back, so I guess they have walked a long way around. But ahead is a field, and the conditions for walking on snow is not the most lovely. So because it's been freezed over, so it's what's it called? You just think through it. And there's a field, so I'm guessing they have a hard time ahead. But by the tracks, it seems that we got 1 bigger person. 2 quite big individuals. So I'm guessing male. But let's go ahead and see what the tracks tell us. And I'm guessing here that they realized that perhaps this was the wrong way, because you see the field, and then there's like a canyon. So to get the road you have to go through all this field. I don't know, 500 meters or something like that. But the track seems to be leading that way. Yeah, let's see. As we can see, they started to walk in each other's path, which is a clever idea to save energy, but they also started to walk slower. And ahead in that valley, or there's actually a cabin with a sketchy fella living there, so I'm guessing that they were heading that way. But you never know. Let's see and if they've been looking out for him or what they've been up to. But that is where I thought they were heading. Interesting. Now we can actually see the cabin. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but we can see the cabin here, and so I have the police officers, because they have stopped here, stood still for a while. I don't know for what, but then they kept on going towards the cabin. I don't know if the owner is there, but I never seen him, but I know that there's a fella living there. Yeah, let's see what's up. So, not going any further, because the tracks. Let's see if you can see if it's up there now. The cops have been sneaking through these bushes up to that cabin, probably to make a bust. But now I can hear music over there, so I'm not going any further. But let's see if we can find where the tracks went out, because the cops didn't go back the same way. Yeah. Can you see the cabin? Interesting. I've walked away from the cabin so he can't hear me. And instead of cops standing on this field, it's me. But I'm heading towards what's it called, a wild boar feeding station, something like that. And I took this field just to see if we can find some tracks that crossed the fields. But the first, not tracks, but signs, at least, of one of the common habitants of this area lives these kind of traces. Anybody want to take a guess? The right answer is the red squirrel. Yeah, the very little fella. But we'll continue, and if I find any fresh tracks, I will let you know. But let's head for the wild boar feeding station to see. Oh my god. Now at least here the snow can hold my weight for a while, but this is what it's mostly like on this fucking field. All for you guys. Oh, not much further. Hopefully you can see in this white snow. But it's the hare, the European brown hare, not native to Sweden. The native is the, what's it called, forest hare. You can separate them by, in wintertime, by the color of the fur. The forest hare has, and the snow hare has a white fur, and the European brown hare has brown fur and longer ears. But we're getting quite close to the wild boar feeding station. There's also a camera, so we're gonna sneak up from behind and let's see if we can troll a little bit. Here we have the first wild boar tracks. Kind of fresh. Perhaps from tonight or something like that. This is a small fella. I know there's a big boar here somewhere in the forest. So hopefully we can find the tracks. A couple of days ago I saw the tracks here at the feeding station, so let's hold our thumbs. Here we have some old tracks from the big boar. Here we have the feeding station. And let's see where's the trail cam is. Can you see it? Trail cam? So, how to troll? Let's figure something out. Okay, I'm boring. The camera might have a mic, so we'll keep it quiet. Let's see if we can make them at least wonder what's going on. Yeah, I know. What do they say? Cringy, but I had no ideas. But here you can see the boar, the big boy. So we're heading out. There's also like a shooting cabin for the hunters. And the road is behind that, so let's head to the road. Usually you can find some good tracks when they've crossed the road. But the pigs have been here, and so have the humans. I'm now at the road, and this is where the pigs went into the forest. So I found, what can I say, 2 fresh set of tracks, both from pigs, you could say, depending on how you feel. But I'm heading back home. I'm gonna cross the creek one last time. Let's see if the otters have returned or not, because they have to go round a small dam basically. This is a really good place to look for tracks. But I keep you updated if I find anything.